An Eladrin named Flurry has been spotted in the Hall of Heroes, telling all who will listen about the Snowpeaks festival. She promises thrills and plentiful rewards.
All right. And that's one of the things we're going to be doing tonight. So, hello and welcome. Welcome in. So, we are on Cormyr. I'm riding a kitty cat. Look at this. I have a kitty cat. Not the hardcore kitty cat. I just have the softcore kitty cat. I would like to point out I already have my new lantern already equipped. Couple of things to be aware of. I probably should put this crap over there. I think that's what we're going to be aware of. Is that I did indeed get my kitty cat here on Cormyr. And got some plans. I already have the festival robe, which is really cool. Thank you, Daily Dice. Back when we had the gold rolls, daily gold rolls for VIPs. Yeah, it was nice. Why am I going this way? I'm going to the Hall of Heroes. So we got a couple things going on in the world of DDO. Firstly, the Snowpeaks Festival is the first festival? No, Festival was the first festival we had. We didn't get Night Rebels. I really wanted a Spectre of Diadem here on Cormyr. Alas, I do not have the Spectre of Diadem here on Cormyr. One thing is, Cormyr is now available to everybody. All accounts are available or eligible to play on Cormyr and participate in the Lanterns event until April 15th is when it's supposed to go away. So, officially, the last full day is the 15th, and then when they get in on the morning on the 16th, they shut it off. This looks like my yard with the snow. You may notice I'm all like bundled up because it's fucking cold in my house. And I would like to point out I actually have a space heater right here. I do not have it turned on full, but it is warm. It's enough to stave it off, and then I bundle. Yeah, I could bundle up a little bit. So I have like my long-sleeved undershirt, which is the one with the red trim on it. And then I have a t-shirt over that, a short-sleeve t-shirt over that. And then I have a long-sleeved denim shirt over that. And then I have a scarf. I'm actually wearing a scarf. Because generally if I get really cold, if I don't have something on my chest, like something warm like a scarf, I'm very prone to getting some kind of chest cold or something, and I'm trying to avoid that. One thing I would like to point out, it's cold enough in my house that my soda is still cold, even though I opened it like an hour ago. Makes me happy. Alright. No soda cozy for me. Okay, so one thing to understand about Snowpeaks, if you played it on any other server previous, they haven't added anything to it this year. It's still the same thing, and I know some folks are disappointed in that, but they've got other things on their plates, so I forgive, because we've got the anniversary coming up soon, right? So I'd rather them spend time making the anniversary better and working on the producer letter and plotting out this, working on the stuff that's going to be coming up first in the producer letter. Snowpeaks is always, since we've had Festival, and the cookies are fun. I have a ton of them in my bag, by the way, in my shared storage. For me, the Snowpeaks, and I know a lot of folks are really attached to the Rizia Ice games. I never really got to play the Rizia Ice games. I wasn't actively playing DDO when it was around that much, so I didn't know anything about it, didn't really get into it. I'm not attached to it. Same with the old Maybar event. I didn't play the game that much back then, so I have no idea about the old Maybar event. I mean, I could look it up and watch videos and whatnot, but I'm not emotionally attached to it like others are. And that's just, it is what it is. I don't disrespect folks who are like, I wanted what I used to have. I understand the nostalgia. And the understanding that the Snowpeaks event is not in any way, shape, or form to the scale of the Razia Ice games. It's literally two things. A slip and slide to get coins, and then a jumping puzzle to get more coins, and to also get the Immortal Sun Flask, which is a level 30 permanent Sun Flask. So if you know anything about the regular Sun Flasks that you can get with daily dice, or I think you could buy them, maybe they're just daily dice? You can get them with a couple of quest rewards hither and yonder, but basically, unless you have a shit ton of them, they're not really an effective throwing weapon. But the Immortal Sun Flask is a hell of a lot of fun. So, this is our first time doing Snowpeaks on a 64-bit server, because with the Snowpeaks Festival, the jumping puzzle can be a little bit of an adventure if you're on a server that's lagging. And one thing that we did notice on Sunday night on my DDO stream, I was playing over on Orion, my regular server, and one thing that I kept noticing the lag spikes, the pauses, the freezes, a lot more than I used to before I started playing on Cormyr. So it's already proving itself that Cormyr, the experiment, is working pretty well. But of course, we do expect that Cormyr is going to have a crap ton more people on it than normal. This is the LFMs that are up right this second. So people are doing things. And the who list is pretty goddamn huge. A lot of people tonight. So, good times. And my poor wee guild, which is literally just me, we're level 21, so that's pretty good. Okay, in order to, well, let's go take a look at what Flurry has on tap. So you can take me to the peaks, that's the slide. And take me to the climb, that's the jumping puzzle. And in order to get to either one of these, you have to get a Snowpeaks key. There's a couple different ways to get a Snowpeaks key. One is that you can just buy them from the DDO store for DDO points. It's the same as Frozen Keys for Night Revels. Two is you go do quests in the game. Normal quest. You may run across... You're going to run across some champions called the Scourge of the Snowpeaks with a nice blue title, and they'll drop a snowy chest after you kill them, and those chests may or may not have a Snowpeaks key in them. So, I am going to go look and see how many DDO points I still have, because I forget. $301. And there's a frozen key. And they're 45 points. So I can get a couple. I do need to get some more DDO points here soon. I'll buy some at some point. But we're gonna get 5 frozen keys. But before we go in, we are going to, and much like Night Revels, and basically the key, once you go in, you've used that key, as long as if you don't die in these things unless you do something insanely stupid. Like, if you fall off the luge, the slip and slide, you'll just be teleported back to the start to try again. And if you fall off the jumping puzzle, you'll be teleported to the last checkpoint you were at. There is a way to try and die in the jumping puzzle, in that if you fall, you're gonna feather fall down to a certain point and then get teleported. However, if you hit your shift key to block and therefore break feather fall, you may splat. So, alright. Let's go take a look at the rewards. These rewards, again, are the same as last year, so nothing new. Kind of sad, but I kind of understand it as well. There's no fighting in this. It's just slide, slide, slide. Alright. Okay, so we have cookies! Elda would be happy about that. Candy canes. So these are... You get 3 currencies. You get bronze Snowpeak coins, silver ones, and gold ones. You get an icy potion of jumping, plus 10 to jump. Plus 20 at level 5, and plus 30 at 9th level. So, there is that. Potion of haste, superior freeze. So, I personally don't ever buy these. Chill shield, featherfall. Because you can get these in way different... Basically, the only reason you'd want to buy these is if you wanted to spend down your coins for whatever reason. Okay, Snow Elemental Gem. This is going to open a Snow Elemental to join you for a while, and then it will go away. So, that's 10 there. And this is what people are here for. The festive augments of Dex and Charisma. And so these will be a +2 festive bonus to Charisma. And that's a +2 to Dex. Level 22 augments. There's also the Ruby of the Snowpeaks, which is a level 4 augment that deals 1d6 cold damage on hit and can occasionally lock targets in frozen ice. And that generally is going to go on a weapon or a shield. Then you've got the Ruby of the Iron Hand, which allows you to bypass cold iron damage reduction. Same deal, the same augment slots. One of the other good ones is the Sapphire of Snowpeak Speed. I definitely want to get one of these, because this way, at level 8 or higher, you can have +30 enhancement on movement, and you don't have to buy it, and you don't have to get like a piece of gear to have speed on it. Ruby Eye of the Glacier. This is for level 1. Drag this augment into a slot to upgrade a weapon with a +2% chance on hit to cause a burst of glacial frost to chill your target. 7 to 14 damage per minimum level of the weapon. So if you put a different augment on the weapon, like let's say the weapon actually has 2 augment slots and your other augment's a level 32 one, then that changes the minimum level of that weapon to 32. And so that can be useful depending on how you use it and what kind of weapon you use it on and what the min level of that weapon is. Craftable trinket. Everybody loves trinkets if you're doing Caneth crafting. Right now I have a really cool trinket that I'm using, and you know I don't have any augments in it. The Festival armor is actually the cosmetic armor that I'm wearing right now. How did you get the Festival winter armor before it was available on Cormyr? Daily Dice. This is a very rare reward from Daily Dice. And this is the same thing. It just has a slightly different name, but it has the same thing. The Festival crown is one of the things I'm going to be looking at getting. It's a crown of frigid winter ice. The Festival cloak, I'm going to get that too. I want to work to get that too, because that's the cloak that goes with the robe. The crown of frost, a ring of frosty fire. I think this is like a silver, like an icy, not a blue crown, because that's like the Spectre of Diadem from Night Rebels. I think this is a white one. Also, one of these two, the Snowman pet, is really, really good. You should get it. And the Polar Bear, so having pets is good. And then you got 3 weapons. These are not cosmetic weapons, but a lot of people might use the Mirror of Glamoring on them. Frozen Skull Rapier, which looks really good. It's basically a really cool rapier that looks like it's made out of snowballs. Made out of snow. Same with the Ice Dragon Tooth. It's a short sword. And then we've got a Crystalline Frost Axe, which is basically an axe that looks like it was made out of packed snow. And the same with the Sword of Snow, which is a 2-handed greatsword. For those who are up in the epic levels, having a sentient weapon, you may want to get the Snowpeaks gifts. And if you get all... Honestly, if you're going to go for these, you might as well go for all 4. So +1 to Charisma, +1 to Dex. There is a movement speed one on here as well. So if you don't want to slot the gem, you want to give the gem to somebody else. Even though the filigrees say min level 1, sentient weapons by their nature are min level 20, so I don't know why they have them slated as min level 1. Imbue dice, also a good thing to have on imbue builds. Dodge and max dodge. And cold spell power. Ooh, I might want that one. +9 cold spell power, because I'm a cold druid. Cold absorption, also good to have. Hamstring ward. And then you can trade in you can down trade your golds to silvers and your silvers to bronzes. You cannot up trade, which kind of a bites, but it do be what it do be, right? Soggy Pop-Tart, what a name. Soggy? I'm not sure I like Pop-Tarts at all, much less soggy ones. Okay, so we're gonna do the peaks slide first, and then we're gonna go on the climb, and then we'll see what we want to do next. Alright. There is no difficulty level on this because you're not fighting anything. You're just gonna go in and do the slidey McSlide. Alright, let's go get us some coins. Hi. And if you fall off or you miss coins on the route, you can jump off and just not turn in the quest, go back to the top, and just slide down again. They don't care. See, I missed that one there. Oh, got them all. Whoops, missed that one. Ah, missed that one. Those are just coppers. I would be more upset if I missed like a gold or a silver. See, look, Ma, no hands. I'm literally just driving with right click down and my trackball. I'm not even, see, not even touching with the left at all. So I'm not pushing my character to move. You can push your character forward with like the W key or the equivalent. That would make you go faster, but it also means that you're more likely to miss something. So technically it does use the challenge thing of stars and whatnot, so if you miss all of the stars, I don't think you can actually, there's this one spot where you actually do not continue forward, which is kind of weird. Like this last little bit you have to push forward to finish it out. Alright. So technically I've completed it. If I wanted to, I could hop off and then get teleported back to the beginning to get the rest of them. But I don't feel the need for like a couple of coppers. You will get tons and tons of copper, so you're not going to be that fussed about it. Alright, we're going to talk to her. There we go. And then this is the chest we're going to get. What's in it? What's in it? What's in it? Bronze, gold, and silver. Hell yeah. And then we finish out, and that's your key done. And that's the slip and slide. That's it. There isn't any combat. It's just all slip and slide. Okay. You wind up back here, and then you go talk to Fleury again. She's over in this direction. Remember, I was to turn her right. Everybody's on their chonkies. Alright. Oh no, somebody got killed at level 7. So I expect we're gonna see a lot more hardcore kills for a while because more players are jumping in and doing it. Alright. It's only up DDO style. So this will be fun to see how this server performs. And there's no time limit on this, by the way. Alright. However, they give you free jumping puzzle. Ooh. And you can take these with you. They don't time out after the thing, so use one. You will need the plus to jump. Save that one. I'm still noticing a little bit of lag happening. I think that's honestly because we have so many people on Cormyr right now. And you think, oh, I got there! This is the first thing. Nope. Time to walk across these. And if you're like me, you may be afraid of heights. Oh, party foul. We're just gonna go back here. Almost all the way back to the beginning. For me, this is like one of the hardest bits right here. Yay! Now that I've gotten here, if I fall off, I'll wind up here. And more pots. The pots last, looks like 20 minutes. So, they're nice. Some people might tell you turn off your feather fall, or I'm sorry, turn off any speed boost you have. That can be useful. One thing I do know is don't snug the wall. The game does like to bounce people off of walls. That's not even for this particular event. That's for anything where you're snugging a wall. It will bounce you off the wall. There we go. Feather fall off. And it teleports you back to your last thing. So that section is one of the two hardest sections for me to get through. That bit with, once you're past this part, it's that part going up and around that I tend to have difficulty with. Whoops. might be here a little bit while I'm playing through this. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to go for the Immortal Sun Flask on after I get to the penultimate banner. Oof. Whoa. Oh. Oh, wow. That was super duper close. That was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oof. Thank goodness for ledge grabbing. Okay, so from this point, there is the next flag is on the other side of the building. However, what I'm going to do is grab that, go to that one, grab that flag to set my checkpoint there, because then you're going to turn back and there is the Immortal Sun Flask is available, like right up here. And that's the only other real prize here. Landing on candy bars. Kit Kats. This part's not too difficult in my opinion. The part that gets a little bit spicy is this part. Climb up here. And then you're aiming for that one over there. So you can jump out and fall like I just did. So I got greedy. I got greedy on that one. You can land at the very, very beginning if you wanted to. And then you talk to Fleur and she'll teleport you up to the next one you need to get to. Or to whichever one. Alright, let's go. I didn't get greedy enough on that one. So I either need to commit to the big one, or go to the smaller one. We're gonna go for the smaller one. Go to the biggie one, then go to the one over here, and not be greedy. All right. Wow. Wait a minute. What? I don't ever remember missing that one before. Maybe I did, I just don't remember. Then after this, once I get my Immortal Sun Flask, what I'm gonna do is go on over to Myth Draenor and do some questing. Because Standing Stone says they increase the drop rate of certain things in Myth Draenor. And they have caused a little bit of consternation because they're not really talking about the drop, what the new increased chances of the drop rate are. And some people are really salty about it. And also that somebody got his ass timed out by Cordovan for being a bit of a shit about it in the official DDO Discord today. So I'm like, no, don't be a dick. But yeah, they're choosing not to tell, and what they did is they increased the drop rate of the more rare stuff and decreased the drop rate of the more common stuff to kind of accommodate it. Oh, there we go. So this is the other hard part. You have to jump and then spin around that side. Alright, let's go. Alright, we're not done yet, chap. We still got to do 3 more jumps and get the platform. I've actually gotten close enough to the platform that it ticked, but actually missed the platform. It's great. But it counts. You got it for real that time. Good times. Alright. So, the way this works is the end of the quest is over there, doing the crystal one, and it's not as hazy when you start getting up that way. At least I hope it isn't. And then there's the end point there. For me, the hardest jump on this bit is getting around. Again, hugging the wall is bad. Generally, once I get up to this point, it's an achievement. And getting around this final pillar is also an achievement. And then the last jump is generally pretty good. But we want to turn back now that we've got this checkpoint, because we got to go this way. And it's again, this is another one of these, you're going to have to jump and aim yourself around the corner. Oh, not bad, not bad. Here's another one. Oh, spin around. Oof. Oh, we missed. We missed. And you notice we're back here. Alright. This is why you come up here and get this before you turn back around that corner. Makes it a heckin' lot easier. Whoops. Oh, that was fun. Oh, man. I was almost there. That's also part of the issue, is when you accidentally press forward just a smidge too much, or you overcorrect by trying to stop. Ooh, that was close. And where you can get greedy, sometimes somebody might want to jump from down there to over here. Not me, man. Or get greedy by jumping straight up to there instead of going over here. Nope. We're not being greedy. Oh, we got greedy. Actually, I think that was a little bit of a lag. We were almost there. We were one jump away. Alright, let's keep going. We're almost there. Ow. That was a failed hit. You want to try for greedy? Yeah. Oh. We did it! Alright, I'll show you the Immortal Sunflower, because this is actually cool. It's a thrown item. And it has Ghost Touch. And basically, it does a lot of damage. This is really good against undead and incorporeal critters and skeletons and wights and all other kinds of fun stuff. So, me likey. So now I can finally get rid of, and it acts like a throwing. It's a dart. So it acts like if you need something to like triple lever, like you normally use an arrow for or a dart for. It also has red and purple slots. So that's kind of cool. All right. Now, if you're feeling really special, you can try to just, you know, go back the way you came. I'm just going to be, you know what? Why not? Well, so much for that idea. All right. We're going to start back at our checkpoint. And now we're going to start doing the crystal run. This may take a while. This may take a while. Alright. Sometimes I do like a little pre-jump, just to judge, you know, if there's going to be a lag spike, it's better to do it on a simple vertical jump. I like these purple crystals. They're not as cool as blue crystals. If they were blue crystals, they'd be even better. I might like this part of the journey more. And you notice that I'm adjusting my position before I take every jump. So there's some people who speedrun this. Not me. Not me at all. And that's why. It do be what it do be. Anyhow. And sometimes you might land and you think you landed on a good spot, and come to find out you did not land in a good spot. Woo. There's also ledge grabbing available here. If necessary. A couple times ledge grabbing has saved my bacon. A lot of people get up here and think, oh, hey, we made it. Nope. That's just a thing there. Now, here comes the true proof of the pudding. This one is the tricky one right here. Oof. Oh no! Oh, I almost saved it! Almost! Oh man. And then you have to start all the way back down there. So close. Yeah, I did notice that little lag moment there, so... And then sometimes you're getting like, you know, you get a little bit tired and you're like, okay, hold on. And sometimes you just kind of want to like try to rush it just to get through it. And then that's when you gotta stop and take your patience. Do a little bit of pausing. Untensing your shoulder, your arm muscles. A little bit of a butt clenchers here. Oh, I just noticed that my jumping potion just wore off. Let's see how it go without the jumping potion. Oh, see, that was a lag moment. I would be curious to see if somebody would organize jumping contests and have a little bit of a competition. This time, fastest person who gets up to the top wins. Do you have a couple of prizes or something? I do have to appreciate the non-wintry loading screens that we wind up getting. Yes, you're gonna see some dudes in White Plume Mountain, or you're gonna see a Drider in Schindlerin. So this could be anywhere. It could be somewhere in the Feywild. It could be somewhere in the Stormhorns. Anybody see a flying glacier? I think one thing I am going to do though is I'm going to turn off my dude and also turn off my pet. They were slightly distracting. Okay, click that. There we go. So far, I'm not really seeing anything that screams, oh, you must use the jumping potion. Except maybe that. Ooh, that was close. Ooh. Thought that one was a miss. That one was another moment of bouncy bouncy. Ooh, see, I took some damage because I hit something on the way down. I think I will actually use another one of the pots, just in case. Or you know what, I actually have the jump spell. And it does the exact same thing as those pots, so I can save those pots for alts and whatnot. Or if I decide to TR this character into some other class that doesn't do jump. Oh man, that one is the one that always seems to have a little bit of a bounce on it. That one is a bit rough. I wanted to see if I could actually jump up there. Nope. Ah! Ooh, I saved. Nice. This one. That one is the one that always causes a little bit of a hitch right there. So you always have to plan for that. I've actually jumped up and caught that as a ledge. But we're not risking it. Not risking it tonight. Noodle, why are you meowing? Noodle has become the meowing cat in the household. We did it! Woo! And you can talk to her and get it finished. Yay! And that's really all you gotta do. I think I'm not gonna run the thing again. I'm just gonna use my other 3 things for the slide to get tokens, get coins, and just finish out. Yay! We did it! She's over here. Alright. Oh, the jumping potions go bye-bye when you leave the instance. Damn. Alas. Alright, let's go slidey for 3 more turns. Because that's how many more keys I have. But I got what I really wanted. So. We're gonna go slip sliding away. So there isn't much to this event. That's literally the entire event. Is get coins, get the immortal sun flask, and then spend the coins on stuff in the thing. Oh. And the coins are randomized here on the path. Sometimes you may not see any gold at all on the path, or you might only see 1. Sometimes you're really going to get a lot. It's all randomized. I think the gold and silver appear less by design. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, I got them all. And you can, like, if you're concerned that you're gonna miss one on that little thing, if you got Featherfall on, you can shift to break your Featherfall for while you're holding shift down. And it'll slide you along the actual surface of that little dip. We'll see what we can buy. I don't know why I'm stuck there. That was weird. You can use W, push yourself forward. If you want to go fast. Let's go fast, let's go fast. And if you fall off, you'll just get teleported back to the top and you can just start all over again. You just pick up, just try to pick up the coins you left on the way down. Alright. Don't forget to talk to Flurry and then open the chest. Okay. How many more we got? 2. Alright. Let me out, let me out! Bang right. Let's go! I almost always miss the one on the right in that regard. I'm not too fussed about it. It was only a copper. Now, if there's a silver left behind, then I will definitely go back to get it. And definitely for a gold. But for copper, I don't feel... Like, a couple of copper is not going to make me lose any sleep. But there are folks who will want to get them all. You know, it's like Pokemon. And I respect that. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from going back and getting them all. Or there's actually nothing stopping you from just going down and doing a timed run. Maybe somebody can make a little timer on their screen and then have people do Snowpeaks runs where they've already cleared out all of the coins and they're literally just going into... Or, to add an additional wrinkle to it, and this would add an element of RNG to it that might be interesting, or might be too spicy, is in the case of, like, ties, because, I mean, the course is the course, right? So, in the case of, like, a tie race, that it would be whoever had the most number of coins Like, or had, like, if one person had 3 golds and the other person had 2 golds, then the 3 gold person worked. You know, just find some way to make the coins as some kind of tiebreaker. That might be interesting. Alright, let me get that bonus chest right now. Yoink! Alright, let's get out of here. If you don't pick up the chest, it doesn't show up in your mailbox like it does in WoW for certain things. Somebody called their guild anti-Agathas? You mean it wasn't Agatha all along? Okay, so this should be my last one. Yep, last key. And then we'll buy stuff if we have the coin to spend on it. And I think something like a Snowpeaks tournament, you would have to basically do something along the lines of, you know, having it be streamed so there's proof that with a timer on screen. Because these are solo, you can't take people in with you, right? So you have to hit all the milestones. All the checkpoints. Or maybe another version could be one where you have to get all of the coins. Whoever gets down to the bottom with all of the coins and if they miss one on the way down, they have to go back to the top and start all over. Until they get them all. And whoever has the best time on that wins. And again, if there's a tie, it would depend on RNG for what kind of coins they got. There's definitely some variants that you could make into it. It just, the hardest thing is actually judging the winners based on seeing a video version. Like, there has to be like a streamed version of this or a YouTube version of it. Alright, give me my stuff. Alright. Alright, let's go see what we've got here. Look at the cards I picked up for when I was doing cookies earlier. Okay, so we have 36 gold, 85 silver, 343 copper, bronze. I said copper, bronze. They kind of look the same. Okay, let's see what we can get. I'm looking at the augments as the first thing I would want to get. Even though neither augment is really beneficial for me. So aside from those, getting this, I think, is the play right here. Starting off with getting that, which I can't afford because I don't have 100 silver. So I'm gonna have to run this some more to get the thing. Alternatively, if I had 50 gold, I could get the crown. If I had 50 gold for any of these, I could get any of them. So, or 100 gold. So here's what I want to get, and so I'll be running this on my own time. I'm not gonna do this on stream because really that literally is all it is. I'm probably going to get one each of the festive augments. I kind of want the ruby of the Snowpeaks, except it's just a single hit of 1d6 cold damage. It's not that awesome. I mean, it is only a level 4 augment. But I do want to get that, and I do want... Oh, this is the one that scales to the weapon. So, for example, if I put this in my sword, which is min level 33, right? So this would be 7 to 14 damage per min level. So that's 7 to 14 times 33. So let me do some math real quick. So 7 times 33. 231 on the downside, on the low end. And then 14 times 33. 462 on the upper end. However, that's only a 2% chance for that to happen. But when it does happen, it's kind of sexy. And also noting I don't even well, I have something in the orange slot that I don't really care about that much. So swapping this out for that would be nicer, honestly. Definitely want to get the Sapphire of Snowpeaks speed. Gonna want to get the crown. Gonna want to get the cloak to go with the rest of my outfit. Though I do have the Cloak of Moonlight from Myth Draenor. It's really, really nice. I do want to get the Crown of Frost. I do want to get the Snowman and the Polar Bear. I don't really care all that much about the those weapons. I mean, they're cool, but you know, pun intended. These are only really good if you're going to go for the set bonus, honestly. Positive, negative, and repair amps. So I don't really care about those too much. Other than having this one in case you wanted to use a wasted filigree slot on it, but I don't know why you would. The cold spell power ones, I already have cold spell powered stuff in my sentient jewel, so I don't really need those. One's a +9 and the other's... So basically these are the exact same as the ones I have now, so I don't need those. So there do be that. Alrighty then. Let's go do some Myth Draenor, and actually we're gonna do one run of Into the Mists just to get an idea, a baseline of how the lantern is gonna work. So let's go to Into the Mists. We'll go to Ravenloft and then run back to Into the Mists. And then we're gonna go to Myth Draenor and see if the drop rates are any better, right? Do 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 do. Do do. Okay. For new folks who may not be aware, the first time you do Into the Mists, you at level 10 or thereabouts, if you have the Ravenloft content, of course, you will wind up passing by this trader by a wagon, and he will offer you a free level 10 weapon of your choice. Gonna ride our kitty cat here, because I have a kitty cat. I think I might, on this character, ride the kitty cat around until I get a better mount. I mean, I was using one of the Feywild expansion unicorns that came with the, I think, the lower tier of the expansion. So the first time you come in at level 10, you talk to this guy, he gives you a free sentient weapon. Easy peasy. You go repair it and run off with it. And then after that, if you come back at level 29 and talk to him again, he'll give you the level 29 weapon or of your choice. And if you continue talking to him, he will give you a free sentient jewel, and you'll have 3 choices. You'll also have like guild renown thing, guild renown option. But the 3 choices you will have is the sentient jewel of the hopeful, which sounds like a peppy cheerleader sort of type.
You stumble through the thick mists. You spot a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
And then there is the one that is called the
From
Resolute.
down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls and clashing steel. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
Halt! Do you serve Strahd?
Wait,
He asks, sword at the ready.
And the Resolute is the blue gem.
You
I
hear
think
howling in the
the hopeful
distance.
is the red
A raven
gem.
cries somewhere overhead.
We'll find out. Oh, I can't do that while it's equipped.
You will call on me again, and soon.
Okay, so yeah, the red gem is the hopeful. This orange gem is the very wily and somewhat sketchy inquisitive. Sentient Jewel of the Inquisitive. And the third one is the blue one, is the Sentient Jewel of the Resolute.
Why would someone
sounds like
put
a
so
drill
many
sergeant.
scarecrows
Female
to
drill
guard a
sergeant yelling
road
at
in
you
the
all the
middle
time.
of the forest?
I do not like her.
What do these straw men keep away?
She chastises you for taking injuries or getting hurt or dying.
You hear a branch snap behind you.
Oh no! So one of the fun things I've been doing with this particular quest is once we kill these guys and move on to the second part of this attack, the rest of the scarecrows are going to come at us. They're going to start running down the path. And I have a spell called Thunder Snow that if they line up in a line, like a conga line, and I hit the first one with Thunder Snow, they are going to mostly fall down. It's quite glorious to see. But they have to line up right, or else it doesn't work.
The scarecrow clatters to the ground. As you recover, you realize you can hear noise from up the road to the east, the same way you came.
My character is as cold as my fingers right now. Alright, let's see if we can get on the lineup. And generally you don't want the malignant one to be in the forefront. He's coming. Oh no, he's coming. Alright, let's get these other guys done now. Alright, let's get these guys. So when I was grinding up the other lantern, I was literally just doing this quest over and over and over again. I wonder if my ransack has gone away yet. I don't think so. Oh, it hasn't. It has gone away. Nice. Well, that's nice. And then we just stand around and wait for the Miststalker to show up and see if he kicks our ass or I kick his ass. Let me do my buffs before they arrive. They might be somebody easy, they might be somebody hard. I said hard. One thing I've noticed is when it's the head of the beast, the mists that start swirling are generally like an orange color. The head of the beast. I don't think that was deliberate. I think it was more of a, oh, oranges for legendary things. Which, we all know just not legendary anymore. Oh, my cat's curled up in a ball. I'll hold my hand over by the space heater. I have noticed that Skittish and Noodle. Skittish loves to curl up in front of the space heater. Noodle doesn't like to come into the room too often, or when she does, she's in one of those weird I have zoomies moods. She doesn't like to stay in here very often. What she does do is she generally sleeps by herself unless one of the others goes out to her spots and curls up with her. So Noodle typically, while this cold snap has been going on, has been curling up on the vent in the bathroom across the hallway, because I have it set up so the door isn't covering, because the door actually swings over the vent, so it kind of obscures the vent. But if I, bring the door in just a little bit so it's not flush with the wall, it kind of makes a little space behind the door for the vent to be there, and it makes a little warm space for kitty cats, so I let them. And yes, all the cats like to sleep on the heating vents in the house, because whenever they built this house, or did the last work on the heating system, they put all the vents in the floor. There's a couple that are in walls. Like, the one on the opposite wall, like, outside the office door, it's like straight down, like, a closet length, and then there's the bathroom. But then you bang a right into the living room, and on that wall leading into the living room, there's a vent on the wall. Upstairs, right outside my bedroom door, there's a vent up close to the ceiling. But in all of the actual rooms, rather than hallways, the vents are in the floor, which means they collect dust like crazy. I keep having to pull out the registers and vacuuming in the freaking ducts. And then we're just waiting for the Mist Stalker to show up. I mean, I could run around and kill the wolf packs, but I don't need to. We've killed enough dudes that the Mist Stalker is going to spawn. It's just going to take a couple minutes to figure itself out. So how's everybody doing today? Hope you're keeping warm if you're in a place that's cold. For example, here we go. What do we got? Probably not a super... The Silith Faithkeeper, not really a powerful one, so I don't expect to get a lot for her. Okay, so our lantern has 8. So before that would have been 5, I think. Alright. So that is what it is. Alright. So the head of the bee should be worth like 100 now. Alright. Let's go to Mithranor. And we are going to go run some quests, run the rares, see if we get more stuff. Alright, let's see. Where did I leave off the saga? I think I completed the saga and did not. Yep, I need to start all over again. Alright. Well, let's start the saga with the Etten caps. I almost said the Etten Moors. The Etter caps. Let's see how this goes. Let's summon the hires. recall needing a trapper in this quest.
You've come to these woods to stop the Ettercaps. The spider-like creatures have been capturing elves traveling to the ruins of Myth Drana. Now to see if you can find some trace of them.
One thing I did notice is going back to Orion was a bit of an adventure. Not only, you know, to re-experience the lag that is what happens when you play on Orion. Other thing that I noticed is that my Orion main characters, like my DDO main character, kind of sucks in terms of damage compared to this one. I don't know why I'm doing collectibles. I don't know. Alright, I'll
The
take
freed
care of
elf tells you his story. It seems that the Ettercaps take their captives to a great cave, somewhere deeper in the forest.
Oh, they're gonna do it this way, are they? Okay.
You found a cave, but it's too small to be the great cave where the Ettercaps take their captives.
You're supposed to swim across that pond and then get into the really big fight. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm actually a little bit surprised that they're still actively tracking those guys in the other cave.
You examine the marks on the ground. Something big was here recently. Something larger than an Ettercap. Much, much larger.
Pull the owlbear from that other room. Good job. Alright, here we go. Did say that they fixed the amount of durability that you're supposed to get on Reaper mode finally. I know some people were critical of Standing Stone for taking so long to fix that bug. It do be what it do be. Okay, what do we get? We're now at 23, so 23 minus 8. 3, 10, 13, 14, 15. So I got 15 points out of her. I have perished. That is unfortunate. Go back here, out of the way. Nope. I did forget to actually turn my pet back on. Good job, me. I think they're still going after those dudes, though. Holy crap. They are. Oh no, Cream Cheese is killed by the Netherese Wizard at level 21. Alright, I'm gonna actually do something fun here. I'm gonna summon a fire elemental to help us out.
Your friends are careless with their lives.
They are, indeed. If you want to avoid the other half of the fight, don't touch any of these. But since I like to
These
hate
are
myself,
orcs, and they don't seem happy just because you saved them. The elves you're looking for must be elsewhere.
Elfware! Come on! The joke is right there!
Rest now and grow stronger.
Everybody rest now. Everybody rest now. Boom, 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 boom. See, there's the way you're supposed to come in, do the fight, die a lot, and then go do the rest of the quest. Okay, let me redo my buffs. I may not even have to use the other shrine in this quest if I'm careful about it. One good thing that is going on, and I have been checking the weather report, is it is currently 17 degrees Fahrenheit where I am. It's gonna get down to negative. It got down to -3 last night, but we're warming up a little bit. Friday's gonna be a little bit chilly, low of 9, high of 24, but we're in for a warmer spell coming into next week. with Thursday, next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, with a high of 48 degrees. I'm looking forward to that shit. Because when it's only 10 degrees colder than my house outside, that's a problem. So yeah, my house is cold. It needs a lot of work. But I'm looking forward to getting that work done next year. I'm sorry, no, later this year. Once my car is paid off and I doesn't need any work on it, knocking on wood right now. Or plastic, because I don't have any wood handy. Then I'm going to start having some spare monies to be able to spend on homeowner repairs. My boss says I should get a specific kind of homeowner, homeowner, like a home improvement loan. And I'm considering such like. Okay, I need the last altar. Okay. So we're gonna go kill these guys. Since they're here.
This must be the Great Cave where the Eticaps take their captives. Yet the way into the cavern has been sealed. And by the looks of it, not Eticaps.
Okay, I think there's some dudes who's not. Yep. So we came over here and blew through here, and we didn't actually do the stuff that we needed to do in here, which was save this person's bacon. Bacon. Alrighty. And we've got the one down here to save. We got them all, with more coming out. More coming out. Last Elfie, go bye-bye. Okay, final weapon. We got a couple things we can do. Well, there's one thing we can do before starting the end fight. Let's go face the optional hook horror. Go get him.
To take this kind of damage.
collect your force before your unrelenting fury.
Okay, we are gonna use the shrine before we fight the dragon.
The way into the cave is open. The terror that
Rest
lies
now
behind
and
the
grow
Ettercap's raids
stronger.
awaits within.
I do miss some of the buffs I get on my cleric. I was actually thinking that it might be time to do an epic reincarnation on my cleric over on Orion, but I'm kind of not feeling playing on Orion right now. Simply because I guess it's because I'm spoiled by playing on Cormyr, but for the most part I feel it was a more painful experience than it
The
used to be.
Ettercaps kidnapped the elves to appease something much more powerful. A large, hungry fang dragon.
Rude. I can't cast a spell. Don't kill me. I'm gonna run over this way. Maybe if I don't look at him, he'll let me cast the damn spell. Seriously? There we go.
With the Fan Dragon dead and
Yay!
the Ettercaps capped, the elves will once again be able to walk these woods undisturbed.
piles of gold. Giving you gold at level cap. Alright, what do we got? Hi! Hello? I'm gonna lose my death block, but everything else on this, because my fire form is a wild shape. My water form is a wild shape. And how many wilderness lore feats do I have? I might think a few of them. Oh, 20. Equal to half. So I get a plus 10 bonus to damage. I like it! I immediately like it. Now I see. Now I need to find another way to get death block. I think I might have it on my shield though. I might have double death block going on here. Where are we? Where are we? Hi. Hey. I didn't sign up to fight a dragon. Wait a minute, hold on. What shield do I have now? I have a shield of fire, but I have shields of death blocks in my inventory, in my bank. So let's go do that real quick. First of all, let's equip this. Holy crap, that's gonna be good. Still gonna hang on to those because an alt can definitely use those. Let's repair our gear because we did die once. And okay, let's chuck this in there. And let's go look at shields. I mean, right here, there's a DB shield. It's a large shield. Fire absorption. That can also be useful. Or I have this one, physical sheltering. Plus 14, so that's a plus 13. And this is a plus 14. I think that one's a better option. Here's a small shield. Another small shield. Here's a large shield. Yeah, I think we're going to go with... I have a few legendary skulls of the sea. Igneous! Igneous! Did you miss it? Yeah, happy hump day. You missed it. I pulled a really nice item out of thing. Look at this. Look at this. The legendary bracelets of flourishing fauna. While in any wild shape, your weapons gain piercing damage, bypass, and +1 weapon damage. Quality double strike. Druidic survival mastery. While in wild shape, you receive a primal bonus to damage equal to half the number of wilderness lore feat you have. Get true seeing and a mythic risk boost +1. So this basically screams druid. I'm playing a cold druid, and my water elemental form is considered a wild shape. And I have 20 wilderness lore feats because level 20 pure druid. This is like the druid thing from this expansion. I'm like, yoink! The one thing that I did lose, though, is the bracers I had on before did have death block on them. So I'm going to swap out this healing amp shield for this DB shield. So I need my DB back. I don't think it's going to do much damage to my fortification, though. Okay, yeah, 316 fortification. I only need 200% fortification. So we'll be good here. Chuck that in there. It didn't even adjust my fortification at all. Let me actually double check the other stuff on here. The P and MRR. Didn't change either of those. I did lose insightful balance. Probably lost a little healing imps, but the rest of it, it's like whatever. I do lose some AC on the exchange though. That's about it. But I get my death block back, which is really nice. And yeah, so they made some changes. Firstly, this Cormyr server with the special event on it is now free to all accounts until April 15th. Then it shuts off on April 16th. So if you want to do the Lanterns in the Mist event on Cormyr, yeah. There's been some folks who got their knickers in a twist about, oh my god, this was sold to us as a VIP only event. A VIP only server. I think it's pretty obvious that Standing Stone is using this as server stress testing. Just to see how the server will handle more people than they currently have, the VIPs. I personally can kind of vaguely understand why some people are upset. I just think the way they express it's kind of terrible, but Then again, I started a fight in another Discord today because because I'm the person who I don't like the equivalent of Southern church ladies whisper circles where everybody is like super polite to your face, where oh bless your heart, and it sounds really nice and polite if you don't know, but if a Southern church lady tells you that, they mean die immediately in decay. Right? Okay, so you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to pick up any of the quests. Like a dumbass. Which rare have I not yet seen? I have beaten the dragon, not the snake, so if I beat all the others, I should be at 19 of 20. So I'm missing 2. I wasn't aware of that. What? That when Southern Church Lady says, oh, bless your heart. Depending on context, they may die immediately in decay. They hate your guts. But this is something I've noticed also in northern, in the Yankee lands as well, generally among the church community. In that people will be super polite to your face, but when they're behind closed doors, they will freaking talk shit about you. Like I'm talking shit about people now. You're grateful it was never said to you except when you held the door for an elderly. I don't have a feeling that would have been nasty. You're holding the door for the lady. That's what you're expected to do if one is a gentleman. Alright? If you didn't hold the door out for her and she said that to you, oh, you're doomed. You're going to hell. You're going straight to hell. But there's a thing going on, and a lot of people are kind of freaking out about it. And to be fair, it does sound a lot bigger and scarier than it actually is, honestly. It's big and scary to people who haven't been mucking about with the system for years and years and years. Who've already been through a similar situation. So to put a little perspective on it, is Lotro is doing a series. They're opening up their new 64-bit servers probably sometime next month. And what they're going to do is open 2 servers for NA players from the current 5 NA servers. You can't transfer across to EU, and vice versa. There's this tech reason for that. And then EU to EU. So 2 servers for each region are being launched. The NA ones will be in Vegas. The EU ones will be... Everybody assumes Amsterdam, but I don't think they've actually said where the EU data center is, so I never say Amsterdam. I think just everybody assumes. Anywho. One of the servers, the two servers that are named after swords, one in each region, the intention is for people who want the more high-end rating, PvMP, the fighty stuff will go there. And then the other 2 servers are named after hobbits, and they have the tag after them, RP Encouraged. So basically, that's intended for like the music community to sort out, and the role players, the less serious folks, but also still have some rating, some PvMP, but not be the gung-ho about it, right? Swords versus hobbits, come on. Though the hobbits can have swords and know how to wield them. I'm just saying. But anyhow, I've noticed this more on the North American side than on the EU side. Maybe it's because I don't hang out with the EU people quite as much. But what has happened is some folks from Landreval have kind of done an organization. They're trying to get people, to discuss where they're going, to make arrangements, to plan ahead, to answer any questions, try to calm some of the storm. However, something's been going on with it, right? There's been a little bit of an undercurrent to a lot of the conversations. Maybe it's just simply because who was organizing all the discords and starting to plan things out, starting the ball rolling. But it's not just that, because other people have noticed it besides me. And the undercurrent is that the thought is everybody who wants to continue the Landreval experience are going to go to the role-playing Hobbit server in NA. But I think there's enough people who aren't part of that basic community who kind of feel a little bit left out, or are kind of feeling like maybe the Landreval people are kind of staking their claim, marking their territory first. Like, this is the RP server, Landreval was the RP server, therefore we should be first. However, this experience really is kind of like moving from a 5-room house into a 2-room apartment, like a 5-bedroom house into a 2-bedroom apartment. Everybody's got to make room. Everybody's got to come to some arrangement. And let's just say that it's not 5 roommate, or let's not say that it's a parent, 2 parents and 3 kids. It's 5 roommates of equal stature, right? That's the analogy that I made earlier today. As soon as it struck me, it's like, yeah, this is the situation. This is a 5-bedroom apartment being consolidated to a 2-bedroom apartment, house, bedroom, whatever, house, flat, whatever. And just, it wasn't like somebody out and out said it. It wasn't that one person or a group of people said anything specific. It was just like a turn of phrase here or a vibe over here. It was just this undercurrent where the expectation is that the Landy people are expecting to be there. Like, the current Landreval schedule is just gonna plop over to the new Peregrine server when the time comes. So if somebody's playing at the Prancing Pony at, I don't know, noon or something on Wednesday, picking random time out of there, God, I hope nobody actually plays there because I'm not picking on them if they do. But That's why I tried to pick some weird-ass time in the middle of the day. But there's only going to be one prancing pony, and you've got 5 freaking servers worth of people who might want to play there at that same time. Who takes precedence? And the vibe and the organizing so far seems to be that there's a few assumptions that the Landrewall people are going to get dibs, and everybody else is either going to have to move their stuff or fit in around the Landrewall people. And again, I'm not saying the Landrewall people are actually saying this as this is what we're going to do. It's just the way some people are saying their comments and just a little turn of phrase hither and yonder and just some things going back and forth. It's not even in one place or anything. It just feels so much like there's the expectation that Landrewall gets priority, and I do not agree with that. And I am a person who plays on Landrewall as my main server for now. It just feels like the folks who are coming in from other servers that don't have RP encouraged in front of the server name now should take the deck chair. And so somebody made a joke earlier today about, something about bringing back Landrewall, or implying that, Landrewall comes first. And they didn't say it. They said they were making a joke. It doesn't matter that they were making a joke, is that they didn't, like when I said, hey, look, just bearing in mind, Peregrine is not just for folks from Landrewall. Everybody has equal rights to the same spaces, right? It's a fresh, because they were saying no fresh start. We just bring back Landrewall, and when I said my comment, and I wasn't trying to be mean to them or pick on them, or because they said, oh, you just don't know. People I guess they don't understand jokes or something. And that's, first of all, a shitty way to reply to somebody pointing out the flaw in your joke. And the fact that you're making a joke, you're making a light of something that people have real concerns and anxiety about. That people don't feel welcome. Right? There are people who are talking about specifically not bringing their band to Landrewall or to Peregrine, because they don't want to have to fit in amongst the Landrewall old guard. They want to be able to play in peace and not have a thing. Well, is that for real though? One server for PB? Well, the only difference between the two servers, Bam, is that one of them has a sword name, one of them has a hobbit name, and the hobbit name server has the tag RP encouraged behind its name, just like Landrewall has now. Well, see, that's the thing, Thrums. Landrewall kind of has a system for that. They have a schedule of this band plays at this place at this time every week. Or this show always goes on at this time at this place every week. And there has already been fights and disagreements when a big group from another server wanted to do a special one-time event on Landrewall, and they were told they pretty much had to let the current bands know, it's like, oh, we're gonna play at this other place, not even the same place that you normally play, and yeah, it's at the same time, but they had to like notify the local bands that they were going to do a thing. Why? Because Middle-earth is... It's not like they were going to go, okay, you play at the Prancing Pony as your normal weekly thing. Well, we're going to do our big event here at the Prancing Pony at the same time. And you just got to suck it. They didn't do that. They were like, we're going to go do a big event somewhere else in Middle-earth at the same time. This is when we want to do our thing. We have a ton of people because it's a big logistical event, because they need people, it's like a whole ass theater thing, right? It's really good, actually. When they pull it off, oh my god, it's so good to watch. You don't want to RP? You don't have to RP on the RP encouraged server. Basically, the RP encouraged flag simply means that you're more likely to stumble across RP than not. But you don't have to do RP. Basically, both sides are expected to leave each other alone. So if the RPers choose to pick a spot next to a quest giver, they can't start throwing a pitch a fit about the fact that people are running in to talk to the quest giver. And again, it wasn't this huge big thing, but nobody wanted to hear the reminder that this new server doesn't belong to Landrawall players only, or primarily. Everybody in NA will be allowed to transfer in and play on that server. And if the hardcore raiding servers want to go to Peregrine, they have every right to do that. If they wanted to. But it's, again, it goes back to the whole notion that people were being very polite to each other. And nobody was actually speaking of the elephant in the room, which is the fact that a lot of people who were not Landrawall natives were kind of feeling excluded and kind of feeling like, well, they had a long-standing show at a specific time and place. And now they're the ones who are always being asked to move. The Landrawall people weren't offering up space, were basically like, this is my spot, this is my show, this is my time, so I'm gonna keep doing that on the new server. I'm like, work with people, don't just, I don't know. Thrums, both servers are for normal people. I'm normal people. I'm not in the music community anymore. I'm taking my characters, the characters I want to actually play more and do more combat and play more of the story, I'm taking them mostly over to Glamdring, because that's what I'm going to do. But the fact that Glamdring doesn't have a tag at all, it just basically means that's where the RP, like the folks from Arkenstone, are more likely to gravitate to. The folks from Brandywine who aren't in the music scene are more likely to gravitate to. It's just a little nudge to say, okay, you might find more of your people here, you might find less of your people over there. That's really all it means. You don't RP your people, you don't have to. I don't PvP. If I'm gonna PvP, I do it in WoW, honestly. Because that's where I don't necessarily enjoy PvP, but that's where I feel I can do something in PvP. It's much easier for me to PvP in WoW than it is in Lotro. Though the last time I PvP'd in either of Standing Stone games, it was actually here in DDO, because there are a couple of PvP spaces, like, you know, fighting rooms in a couple of the taverns in Stormreach, and they're kind of fun. Just get a bunch of friends and just beat each other up. It's kind of like, you know, similar to going around with like foam swords and beating up your friends. It's so much fun. Okay. But it got blown out of proportion, and like, I was just like, you know, just remember there's other folks who kind of feel like they deserve equal footing on this server, and people didn't want to hear that. And then somebody else decided to say, well, nobody should be bringing any grudges. I'm like, who's the fuck talked about grudges? I don't know. I didn't say the F-bomb, but I was like, nobody mentioned anything. What are you talking about grudges? So it just felt, and all I was talking about was like a feeling or a vibe. I wasn't mentioning specifics. I wasn't naming any names. It's just like, this is the kind of feeling that I'm getting from what I'm hearing here and in every other place. It feels like the folks at Landrawall, and I'm not saying everybody from Landrawall, but there's enough comments that some people who are not from Landrawall don't feel very welcome to go to Peregrine, because if they have a long-standing show, the Landrawall people won't let them. Why did I do that? The Landy people won't let them, well, insist that they move or make changes to their show, but the Landy people won't be flexible either. But I could be entirely wrong. I'm gonna acknowledge that right now. I could be entirely wrong. That there may be all kinds of discussions happening in a completely different Discord that I'm not in, and that's fine. But maybe that stuff should be mentioned in the Discord where everybody else is. At least the basics, saying, hey. All I know is I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna enjoy where I wind up, because honestly, for me, it doesn't matter which of the two servers I'm on. because most of what I do is solo. And the stuff that I don't do solo is like I'm definitely taking my Mythgard kin alt to that server because that's where Corey is going. Professor Corey is going to Peregrine. The Mythgard kinship will therefore be going to Peregrine. So at least my Mythgard character is going to go there. She's at max level, so I will still be able to do max level content if I want to. But it felt like there was some drama going on that I'm unaware of, which is fine. I actually don't like people's drama, which is kind of why I finally said something, because it felt like there was drama going on. It felt... 7 Bay Road. What is 7 Bay Road? Which one is that one? Okay, the Sneck is not up. Belfast? Yeah, but which one is it in Belfast? I know it's in Belfast, but... because... Is that close to something
The smoke
specific,
billowing
or
from
is
a
it the
gigantic
biggest
tree
house?
nearby caught your eye. As you approach, something else captures your attention.
Because I have a
large,
1 Cape
shining
Road
dragon
in
who
Belfast.
watches the blaze with grave concern.
I expect people to stop from the amenities, not the crafting with tax boards. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. I expect people will want the 2 island houses. 2 kin islands. I mean, I have 1 of each. My Crick Hollow kinship has the smaller of the 2 kin islands. My Landreval one has the bigger one. I mean, having the house right next to the amenities makes sense. I have 1 Cape Road because I wanted to see out to the ocean without anything else in the way. So I expect to get that one back. Hi, Kaylee.
The Platinum Dragon's librarian has unsealed the entry into the library proper.
Why couldn't I quench them? Maybe I'm just really bad at getting quench, I guess. Oh, he's a Scourge of the Snowpeaks.
The fiery foe
There we
falls,
go.
and the barrier fails. The path to the sorting room is now open.
Hey, I got a frozen key out of that guy. Sweet. Nice, 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 nice. I see what you're doing there, Bam. I see what you're doing there. A little bit of reverse psychology. I see, It's rubbish.
Waves of heat cascade over you as you choke on the smoke billowing from the sorting room. More smoldering creatures are inside. Extinguish them. You've smothered all resistance in the sorting room. The way to the upper library is open.
Except we're gonna go do this one on this side. I think I will probably try to get a mead hall, though. Maybe.
The archives here are untouched by the flames, even though a fire giant stands amidst the stacks of books.
Hey,
He
we
looks
did it! We
concerned,
get another chest.
almost afraid.
Goose tools, nice. Something there. Man, I did that without all these guys because I only needed to cast spellcraft. Hell yeah. Shrine.
Restore your powers so that we may claim our rightful destiny.
I still haven't actually gone through and looked through my houses really in depth. But I would like to point out I have a whole page front and most of back discussing my plans. Read this so you know what I'm doing. And yeah, because for me, I need like a step-by-step plan of how to go through things so I don't do them out of sequence or I forget something. So I has a plan. Also, my gaming buddy, who has been super busy, we might get back to gaming here in a couple weeks or next month or something, I don't know. I want to know where he's going, because even if he chooses to go to the different server from where I'm going, I still want to make sure that we have characters that can game together on one of the servers somewhere. So I will pick a character and designate that as the character that runs with him, and then that character will go where he goes, so we can game together. Isn't he my buddy?
More creatures defeated, more
free
flames
chest.
dissipated. You can now access the upper library, but a particularly large Afriti patrols the room, spreading flame as he goes.
Oh, we'll clean his. Chicken shit.
You've quenched all opposition in the upper library, but the Afriti escaped through the portal. Chase him down to guarantee he can't bring any more of his minions back to the library.
Ransack, even though we didn't need ransack.
Welcome to your doom!
numbers. Big purple numbers.
Ahead, you can see the Afriti gathering more of his fiery minions. Put an end to him once and for all.
Yes, Mom. Oh man, Dementor died again?
With the Afriti defeated, the library should be safe once more. You've helped protect a bit of Mithdrana's history.
This is like the easiest quest for me as a gold druid. Hey, silver Snowpeaks coin. Alright. Do 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 do.
The
Hello,
smoke
dragon.
billowing from a gigantic tree nearby caught your eye. As you approach, something else captures your attention. A large, shining dragon who watches the blaze with grave concern.
Oh no. Alright, let's hit up a couple of rares. And let's do the graveyard puzzle quest, because that's a hell of a lot of fun to me. Ooh, he's up this time around. Sweet. Time to kick your sorry ass. Not. Bill Champagne did such an amazing job on the soundtrack for this expansion. Oh my god. Igneous would agree with me if he was still floating around. Almost made it. Okay, nothing here. Alright, let's go out this way. My fingies are cold. So last night I made a wonderful cup of hot chocolate and a nice bowl of cream of shrimp soup. They were both very tasty. Debating what I want to have to make that is warm, either to snack on or whatnot after the stream. Because I didn't really have much to eat today, so I am kind of hungry. I did have some leftover Christmas ham. Because if you know, you can stick ham in the freezer and it will keep for a while. So I had some leftover Christmas ham. I think only one more packet of that left. That was for supper, and then I had a bowl of soup around lunchtime, and I had a microwave bowl of chow mein for my lunch around, I don't know, close to 3. And then I had a, oh, he's up. Had a breakfast sandwich at 9 this morning, so I haven't eaten a lot. Can make some mashed tatties. Ow. He knocked me over, dude. Yes. Alright, let's apply some logic here. And actually, pretty much some of the best voice acting in this expansion. I love the voice acting in this quest. Now, if you skip the logic puzzle...
Somewhere inside this dank mausoleum lies the grave of one of the wizards who created the key to the mythal.
You can blaze through this
Time
quest
for a
pretty
chat.
damn quick.
If you can find him.
But if you do the optional puzzle, you'll get an extra chest at the end, if I recall correctly. Let me double check. We are linking voices of the dead. Yeah, there's one for solving this puzzle, and then there's one one at the end of the quest itself. And there's a possibility of a piece of armor that I want, not for this character, but in general. And there's a couple of rare items. We may see if any of those will drop. It'll be fascinating. Alright, so let's do the quest. And of course, is homage.
I'm up. Wasn't napping at all. Don't worry, we'll get them all into the ground, sure enough. Hold on, what's this? No. I was quite clear. I would work up to my death and not 1 second longer. Once I put that spade down and crawled into my deathbed, that was that. Now off with you. Let me get back to mouldering away peacefully. Oh, that wizard's around here somewhere. No doubt you'll find him. It's not likely he's run off. Little graveyard humour there. You get that for free.
The groundskeeper isn't happy to be disturbed. She has no idea where this wizard you're looking for might be, but guesses that the assistants buried nearby might have an idea where to look.
Of the healing arts wizard and the wizard buried in the southeast, one died second and the other is Helithana. Helithana is neither a ritualist nor died last. Okay. So... Helithana did not die second. So I've got a little spreadsheet here with things already situated. Now, the quest starts, the puzzle starts with the notice that Aaron Spear Ongluth was the mythal person. And so we have 4 types of magic they were studying, 4 graves, and then 4 orders of death. And so you have to use logic and process of elimination to figure out which one is which. So you start off with the clue that Aaron is the mythal person, so none of the others can be the mythal person. Okay, so of this one, the healing arts wizard and the wizard buried in the southeast, one died second and the other is Helithana. So we know Helithana could not have died second, so that gets a red box. Helithana is not the ritualist, so that gets a red box. Nor did she die last. So that gets a red box. Okay, so now we know that either the healing or Helithana... Wait, the healing arts wizard cannot be buried in the southeast. Okay. So I can put like an orange marker for southeast for Helithana. So it's a possibility. So that means either Brilith or Yelsera are... Well, hold on. So the healing wizard cannot be buried in the southeast. Okay. Okay, Yelsera died first. So that's going to be green. Okay, by Yelsera dying first... That means everybody else in the first column get red. And that also means that Helithana has to have died third. Because she has no other places she can have died. Because she didn't die second and she didn't die last. So Helithana definitely died third. Okay. And this puzzle changes every time you do the quest. Okay, so that means nobody else can have died third. And so that means either okay, so if that's that, then these go over here. So either Erin died second or last, or Brilith died second or last. Okay. Yelsera died first and is buried in the southwest for sure. So Yelsera is there. That means nobody else can have died in the south. As the wrong color. Let's make that red. And that also means that goes red, and these go red. And that goes red. Okay. Buried first and buried in the southwest. Of Yelsera and Brilith, one is an alchemist and the other is a ritualist. Okay. So Yelkera is not... Well, she can be the healing wizard. No, she can't be the healing wizard. So... Alchemy... Okay, so... Brilith and Yelsera cannot be the healing wizard. Which means Helithana is the healing wizard. this again. Okay. Let's take a look at the last one. The ritualist is buried in the southeast. Okay. Okay. So, the ritualist is buried in the southeast, but we already know Yelsera is specifically not buried in the southeast, so Yelsera cannot be the ritualist. Yelsera has to be the alchemist. And therefore, Brylith is the ritualist. And Brylith is buried in the southeast. And so Aaron is not buried in the northeast. So Aaron has to be buried in the northwest. And that means Helithana is buried in the northeast. Yes. And if Aaron is buried in the northwest, who died second though? Wait. If Helithana is buried in the northeast, and we know she didn't die second,
While none of these assistants remember the exact details, they have told you all they know. Perhaps the limited information you have is enough to set this right.
Alright, let's go through it again. Okay. Of the healing arts wizard and the wizard buried in the southeast, one died second and the other is Helithana. So we know that Helithana did not die second, so that's clear. Helithana is not the ritualist, nor did she die last. So the only choices for Helithana to have died was either first or third. But we are told that Yelsera died first, for sure. So Helithana has to have died third. Yelsera is definitely buried in the southwest. We don't know who died second yet. Wait. The wizard in the southeast died second. We figured that was Brylith. So Brylith was second, and therefore that means that Onglith died last. Had to have been. Okay, I think I got it. Let's see if I did it right, chat. Once we get there. We gotta fight some people first. Yeah, some tater chips tonight. Got some nice sour cream tater chips. I got some Cheetos. I got some shrimp chips from Japan. I also have some cheese. So cheese is always a good thing to have. So it doesn't have to be something warm. I also have some, I could have a little gram of Bailey's Irish cream, too. Chocolate Irish cream. I also have a couple of craft butters I really want to sample. A chocolate butter and a honey butter.
All plaques beside this door show the location, name, career, and death date of these 4 wizards. Time, however, has caused them all to wear away. Perhaps this is why the dead remain restless.
Northwest.
They have lost a sense of who they were.
Is Aaron, Mythil, and the last date given. Southwest is gonna be Yelsera, and Yelsera was the alchemist, and Yelsera died first. Okay. Northeast, we have Helithana. And Helithana was the healing wizard. And Helithana died third. And then finally the southeast plaque. Southeast is going to be Bryleth. And Bryleth studied rituals. And Bryleth died second.
Placing the final name in its place,
we did it.
you feel a sense of gratitude.
Alright.
The restless dead of the crypt are appeased at last.
Now we just go to the other. So we're looking for Aaron, so we just have to go to the northwest tomb. We don't have to deal with any of the other ones. You like that it changes each run through? He had potato chips and an ale. Oh, put out the empty tipped over the 6-pack. Oh. Well, you had to drink that one too, because, you know, otherwise all the fizz would be gone. Might want to have a little more of a snack, though, I'm just saying. Okay, we only need to go to the northwest one this way. I might actually do a full PR on my main character, on Orion, and make her a cold druid like this character. Oh man. Because I really do like playing a cold druid now. We're in the correct spot.
You catch a glimpse of the word Mythil on this sarcophagus. This must be the correct wizard. You found the body of the wizard who helped make the key to the Mythil. Now, to learn its secrets. The wizard tells you about a hidden cache where you will find everything you need. But he was maddeningly vague about its location. You're about to give up in frustration when you spot something unusual indeed. It's the bear you saw earlier in Ildranath's tower. What is it doing here? Just as you are about to speak, the bear walks off down the corridor. It looks back at you over its shoulder, as if inviting you to follow.
Is it one voice actor doing it, or two different reads? I think the one who did the voices of
Rest
the
now and
dead
grow
were
stronger.
different than this one. I think so. I do know they did get Amelia Tyler, a rather well-known voice actress, to do some quests here in the expansion, but she doesn't do them all. I think Cordovin talked about who did what once upon a time. Alright, big fight coming up. Big fight coming up. But the one who's doing like the main voice acting, the main DM voice for this quest is definitely not her. But it's one of the regulars. It might be one of the regulars standing stone likes to use, but
You see
sometimes
a
not.
figure in red,
Okay.
hard at work
This guy first.
searching through the graves.
You know the thing we haven't had yet? We haven't had our
Catches his breath, whispers an incantation.
Mist Stalker yet.
The Red Wizard falls, leaving the dead he commanded to finally rest in peace.
You first, Mr. Bear. A strange hole in the wall. And another shrine if you feel so inclined. Which I don't.
The bear has led you to a hidden passageway. Squeezing through, you notice a glint in the wall in front of you. And notice that someone has gotten here before you. Red Wizard falls at last.
Dun, dun,
The
dun.
bear squeezes into the hidden passage and walks towards where you saw the glint earlier.
Investigate the wall.
Examining the wall more carefully, you find one of the bricks is loose. You tug on it, revealing the cache the wizard mentioned. Inside are 3 items: a scroll, a ring, and a note. The note seems to assume that the temple to Legolas Enareth must be where you need to go next.
We're doing these quests out of order, just so you know. And so there's 2 chests, one for doing the puzzle, and then one for actually doing the quest. Okay, don't need that, but okay. Hello! Not bad. And I got one of those as well. That's not been a bad chest. Okay, hold up, hold up. Oh man, my bags are getting a little full.
You will call on me again, and soon.
Alright, eat this.
My knowledge grows, and with it, my power.
So, yeah, I don't exactly trust my sentient jewel any. I'm just saying. Just saying. So that wasn't a bad chest at all. No, 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 no. We're almost done with our time tonight, so I think we'll just run the rares for the rest of our 10 minutes here. And then we will go cause some trouble elsewhere. I'm probably gonna go play some World of Warcraft afterwards, because I got some delves to do, some time walking to do. He's not up this time around, you jerk. We're gonna go try running some of the other rares. Noodle! Noodle kitty! I do have to say I can actually feel that the house is, or that the temperature is getting warmer outside, simply because it doesn't feel quite as cold here in my living room that it did even not too long before the treatment. It's not that I turned the heater up or anything, because I didn't. It's just, it doesn't, the nip in the air is not as bad as it was before. Alright, what do we got? Ooh, they're here. Chaos crawlers suck! Give me your stuff. Okay, those I don't really care about because those dropped like candy before. Alright, we're gonna go look for... We're gonna go this way. Actually, we need to get up on the road up here. Zombie come out and he's calling my name. He wants me to join and wants to beat my brains. Not gonna listen to the word they say. To my dying days, I'm gonna fight the dead. It's a lovely song about zombies and fighting them by Beth Kinderman and the player characters. A wonderful folk band from the Minneapolis area. Amazing band. Beth and Dave Stagner, and I believe John Kentner's in that band, and Justin Hartley, all good people. And Beth, I don't know if she still does it this way, but she had a very curious way of playing her guitar. She played it turned like she's a lefty, but she played it strung up like she had it. What's the band name? Beth Kinderman in the player characters. They're basically relatively small time comparatively. But they're up in the Minneapolis area. And occasionally they might travel like Chicago for WindyCon or something like that. Okay, where are we going next, kids? Let's actually follow up this way because we will get back to... Let me pull up my map. Oh my god, I've got a map here for reasons. I need to find the Erythlium, so there's Castle Cormyr. There's the House of Song, so let's aim for the House of Song. Found them? Check them out later. Yeah. But yeah, she plays her guitar in a very strange fashion. I think she had some surgery done because I think part of it was because the way her, I believe her left, like one of her arms had, it grew wrong or something. So she had to learn how to play guitar in a very unusual, yeah. Yep, that's them. Wonderful, wonderful people. And basically, the band, each member has like their side projects as well. So like Dave Stagner has his own band, and Justin Hartley's in a different band, and they all kind of mix and match. And it's like, okay, if it's just Beth and Dave, and they have one band name, and if it's Justin and somebody else, they have a different band name. It's actually quite funny how they manage all of that. Okay, so nobody in here. Okay, so we're going to go down to the craters. And we're gonna go see if the critters are up. And they'll run in behind the Erythlium. Mama cat is snoring. Noodle, why are you meowing? Okay, he does not seem to be here. Okay, so he's not here. So we're gonna go back along this road back here and go behind the Erythlium and see if that dude is up. I think one of the... yeah, this road. Hi, Noodle. Come here. Noodle. She has this cute little meow.
Wizards from all over the
I don't know if
city
you can
once
hear her
met
meowing, but
inside
she's so
this
adorable.
hall. Here they demonstrated new spells, took on apprentices, and traded arcane materials. It was one of the last places to fall.
Seriously. Okay, not present. Okay, so I think one of the three is the owlbear on the south side of the whole zone. One of them is the snake, but I don't know what the last one is. See? Proof that I beat the dragon. So there's 2 that are saying unknown. 3 that say unknown. Okay, let me think about where these guys. So Duskgrab, we just kicked his ass. The Shadow Wing is over across the crevasse. Daggerjaw the Crocodile is by the pond to the far west. Stonegore the Goristro is across the other side of this chasm, or this pit. Maikari the Pit Fiend is the Pit Fiend we beat earlier by the one standing. Rubblebreaker the Elder Earth Elementals to the north. Gorenthanil the Fang Dragon is in that one cave. Tethra the Fomorian is just north of the graveyard. Selgath Zun is that place we just went to that it wasn't up. We've done the Manticore, we've done the Mimic, we've done the Otiug, we've done the Salamander. We've done the 2 in the graveyard. One is Helican Avamere, and the other is the Wraith. So we haven't done... What one am I missing? Osseum. So Osseum... The Owlbear and the Snake. Okay, so now I know which ones I have not killed yet. And it actually doesn't matter which ones I've killed, to be honest, because I don't get XP for these. So we are going to go north. The snake, if the snake is up, would be down here in that cave. We're not going there. Oh yeah, this is the one that's kind of tricky to get out of once you're in the thing. I'm gonna make a wide circle around town.
This elegant bridge spans the ravine at a
And the
dizzying
dragon's
height.
cave is down there.
It's a marvel of elven engineering. The sort of marvel that was once part of everyday life, back when the Empire was at its height.
Just doing my circuit a little bit differently than usual this time, just to kind of shake things up a little bit. This one's kind of rough for me to see because of all the things. Okay, he's not there. All right, we're going to go whee! We're actually heading that way. So we're just going to float through the air with the greatest of ease. I wonder what would happen if I was like doing one of these big gigantic floaties and the Miststalker wanted to spawn. You jackass. Rude. Okay, he's not home. Let's go to the graveyard. The other graveyard. There's like the fancy graveyard and then the less fancy graveyard. This is like the war hero graveyard that we're going to versus like the ones for just wizards and whoever.
This vast cemetery was created as a place where the Empire's protectors could be buried with honor, where its heroes would be remembered forever. The Empire is gone. Silent monuments remain.
Well, it's 2 of those I've gotten so far this round. Interesting. Oh man, I'm getting a little bit hungered. Little bit hungry. So we're gonna kick off here in a minute. I think we're gonna go swing by the Otiug and the... Let me go. Yeah, the, just gonna go this way, actually. I'm gonna take the shortcut. The Otiug and the Manticore. I haven't yet tried to tackle the snake. Ooh, we're at purple alert. Otiug ain't home. You're not home either. Rude. Okay, I think we're gonna make an effort to go see. So many of these have not been here. I'm actually kind of expecting maybe the owlbear is up on his thing, so we're gonna go look for the owlbear real quick. And then if we can't find the owlbear, then we're gonna call it a night. I do like those excessive floaty moments. Right, Scamper? Scamper is on the table. She's staring at... I don't know what she's staring at right now. She's staring at something. What are you doing, Scamper? What are you doing? What are you up to? way I normally come in? Yeah, here's the thing, okay. We'll see if the water weird is up. We've already kicked his ass a few times now. He is up this time, so yeah, we're gonna kick the water weird. Oh, hey, Miststalker! Finally. Oh, it's gonna be the head of the beast, too! Shoot! Hi! Hi! Head of the beast is trying to kill me. He did kill me. Okay, head of the beast. We got you. We got you. We didn't get you. Yeah, we didn't get him. We only got 38 points on our thing.
You ponder the board's 5 pieces. How to play this game. Ally with Metzir against Talash. Leaves this to
got
Metzli. You tip
Ooh,
each
diamond
piece
repair
over
plus
as
20?
you plan, leaving
Nice.
only one upright.
So what happened here is we didn't kill him fast enough, and I think because I died, that basically sets like a despawn thing. And I did try to get him. I did try to get him with a stunner, and apparently it didn't work. That's okay. I'm sad. I should have been paying attention. But you saw the orange flare as he was coming in. That's basically him. That's how you know it's him. Go away, Scamper. Scamper is sniffing my notebook like there's something on. I'm like, no, Scamper, there's nothing on the notebook. I might have set my supper dish on there earlier. They're probably stolen that. Yeah, the owlbear is typically supposed to be near the black pudding here. Oh, there he is. Hi! There we go. We've got 18 of 20. So we know that Osseum is the other one that we're missing. I got 3 of those. Jesus Christmas. I got lots of them now. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddles. Skedaddles. So, tomorrow is Thursday. I never could get the hang of Thursdays. Since Professor Corey... Okay. So, I will not be able to stream tomorrow because we've got Osmoot. I will not be able to stream Friday night because we've got Osmoot, or Saturday night because we've got Osmoot. I will be on Locho stream on Friday, probably around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna go check versus the Osmoot schedule, find out when I can stream. We know Cordoba's not gonna be around on Friday, so, and Corey is not gonna be around. Obviously, he's gonna be in another freaking day. So, yeah, that's what so, I will also be on DDO stream playing some more of this on Sunday at 8 o'clock. Alright. You know the drill, kids. Be good. If you can't be good, please be good at it and cause good trouble, as it were. Alright. I will talk to you all later. Bye now.